goodness. Good morning, Carlos. Hi, Puppy Red Mustang. Long time no see. Good morning. I'll get it here in a minute. I think I'm awake. Good morning, Lillian. Lillian's awake. I hadn't been live in a while. Poppy, you're having to work a little more these days. Carlos, I haven't seen you in some time. Well, figuratively speaking, seen you, considering I've never actually seen you. Lillian, Zeus has been sick all night. For anybody that doesn't know, Lillian is my best friend and my next door neighbor, and Zeus is an English bulldog. What do you mean he's been sick? Kids, if you notice the title, heck if I know. Oh, Lillian, oh goodness. Did he eat a bug? Or did he eat some of my cat's poo-poo in your yard? Guys, I hadn't been live. How long? I don't know. A week? Darlings, you know, because I've told you. If you listen, you know. My live streams are spontaneous, and I work them in where I can around my real life. And I, as usual, have absolutely no content for you whatsoever. It is a pleasant morning here in north central Arkansas. Feeling very, very much like autumn, of course. And I was sitting here having coffee and nicotine, my morning drugs. By the way, hello, I'm Susan, and the channel is Lip Lock No More. Welcome if you're new, and welcome if you're a return viewer. I was sitting out here on the porch having my coffee and nicotine. And usually about now I'm cleaning litter boxes. But I thought, you know what? The litter boxes can wait an hour or so. Sorry for the traffic noise. I guess we're going to have to go inside. Folks are gearing up, going to work. Of course, Bob left at 6:15 for his work, so So I was sitting out here, hi dazed, hi prissy missy. Um, and I thought, well, watch a little bit of YouTube on your phone while you're sitting here having coffee and a smoke. So I did. And Miss Tia, the kitty cat, lady, I don't know how many of you watch her. I really like her a lot. Um, she had posted, I guess, a day or so ago, but I hadn't had time to watch it. And so I thought, well, this isn't very long, so I can enjoy it and see what Miss Tia, the kitty cat with the pearl necklace and the little tiara, has to say about what's going on the mean streets of YouTube. And I was, well, I think I can use the word saddened. Yeah, I can. Um, to learn that Miss Tia has decided that she needs to take a leave of absence from YouTube. I understand. Hi, Shannon. Hi, I'm that bitch, Mama Bear. I think about it from time to time myself, but rather than thinking about it and saying something about it, I just do it. Like you haven't seen me on live for a week. I have other things to do, and I haven't actually been watching that much YouTube. I've been listening to YouTube. If you don't watch Tia or you haven't watched her, I'm sorry, the traffic is distracting for me, but I really need this coffee and cigarette. Or at least I think I do. Um, Tia talks about what's going on the streets of YouTube. If if you get the parallel that she's drawing with the character on her channel, she's an alley cat who roams the streets of YouTube and just picks up oh, and picks up on that and picks up on, and then just comes on her channel and without belaboring the point, in a very cute, but I'm trying to think of the word I want. She's kind in how she states her observations, thoughts, and opinions about what she's seeing on YouTube in this sector of YouTube. We need to remember, which is why I'm constantly reminding you, this little teeny corner of YouTube over here is not the entirety of mother freaking YouTube. It's a teeny, 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 tiny, tiny slice of it. That's why I consistently encourage my viewers to branch the F out of this freaking sector and go learn something. Hi, Slim. Hi, Hilda. Go learn something about something other than people like me who just sit here as a talking head, or those who sit as a talking head playing everybody else's content and dragging them. But Miss Tia, my words, not hers, she's had enough. She has come to a place where what she has been watching on YouTube has begun upsetting her during her day in her real life. The fuck? Heck if I know. Now, in my personal opinion, Miss Tia the kitty cat is an asset to this particular little ravaged corner of YouTube because she has the ability to point things out without being an asshole. She got a way of saying things, and I'm going to miss her. But I completely understand and I support her decision to take care of her own mental health and psychological well-being if this place is having that impact on her health. Now, she mostly, it seems from what I gathered, what seems to be upsetting Miss Tia the most right now is the bullshit surrounding the Sebastian Rogers case. You know, the one that the first week of March, I told my viewing audience I would not be talking about Fat Boy. Because I knew that what is happening now is what was going to happen. Did I not come on here in March of 2024 and tell y'all I would not be discussing Sebastian Rogers on this channel? As a matter of fact, after the Audrey Cunningham case broke me emotionally, I said I wouldn't be talking about missing children at all anymore for my personal mental health and psychological well-being. But it's different with Sebastian, what I said regarding what I would or would not be doing after Audrey Cunningham. Sebastian Rogers disappeared, went missing February the 26th of 2024 out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. 15 years old. And within 24 hours on this app, I could see it coming. And I had faded from a number of channels. I made no announcements that I would not be there anymore. Made no community post on my tab saying anything at all about how certain people, a large number, would no longer be seeing me in their viewing audience. I just faded because of what holders, not creators, what channel holders have done with the Sebastian Rogers case. And I wish I could say that it is worse than I had assumed it would be, but I would be lying, and I don't lie to my audience. It is not worse than I thought it would be. It is as I thought it would be. I need to go get some cigarettes. I'll be right back and hope the cat doesn't knock my phone over while I'm gone. So, here on my little opinion, criticism, critique, review, and whatever the heck I want to talk about channel. As an old granny ma, that some would say needs a facelift, but I would say that only vanity would have someone of my aged beauty have a surgical procedure done on their face. Vanity is a sin. And in my little petty way, before I get back to being half-ass serious, Prayer Garden of America. Somebody told me, somebody told me Prayer Garden said I need a facelift. I said, well, it takes a vain person to think that. Throw this in the trash. Heck, Bar, I was thinking about getting me some new titties several years ago when I was young, back when I was about 62, 63, back when I was young. I was thinking about getting me some new titties. I even talked to Bob about it. Bob said, honey, I didn't fall in love with you for your tits. I fell in love with you for your ass. And I said, well, I guess I'll just live on with the titties I've got then. Because I really can't see any point in putting new headlights on a broken down, rusted chassis. By the way, I'll be 74 the 30th of this month. Today is the 1st of October, isn't it? I'm not a drama nana. We're having a heck of a known content live stream. Hi, Suzette. Suzette, do you have any idea what's going on YouTube? All the good people are leaving. And all the assholes are still up here, including me. I'm one of the assholes, by the way. What are y'all saying? Anyway, y'all, I hate to see Tia go, but I completely get it. I doubt that she'll see this. I don't know that she watches me since I'm not too controversial anymore, other than my language. but but Miss Tia, if you do see this, I've appreciated, respected, and enjoyed your work on this platform. You have a unique style, and that's what it takes to stand out here. I would have loved to have seen your channel just grow and explode with thousands of viewers every day listening to what you had to say about what goes on these streets, on these streets. And Miss Tia, take you a good rest, regroup, and if you feel up to it, you come back to us and help those of us here on YouTube that don't meander up and down the alleys as much as you have been doing. You come back to give us our news about what's going on over yonder that we might not otherwise know about. But take care of you first. So over here in my world, Nada, hi when evil entered. Nada Drama Nana, honey, I was really surprised. As I mentioned earlier, I think right after I came live, um, yeah, I did. I noticed, I think it was yesterday, I noticed that she had posted, it came up on my home, YouTube on my homepage, not the channel's homepage, YouTube home. And I thought, well, I'll catch it later. And it was this morning before I got to watching it. And I did a little bit of scrolling there after I watched her and started seeing community posts. Now, I have a very strong opinion about community, whatever the fuck we call it. Community tab, community wall, community, whatever community, whatever that thing is. Where those of us that have channels on here can go over there and share other people's stuff or share photographs or do a poll or what the fuck ever. I believe what I'm fixing to say on my commentary, critique, review, opinion, and whatever the heck I want to talk about channel is probably gonna ruffle a few feathers. Or not. Some of you children on this app seem to think that the community tab on your channel is for you to make little snotty junior high waiting at the fucking bus stop. Oh yeah? Comments to other channel holders. Well, number one, I wasn't even talking about you. And number two, and number three, the fuck? Is that all y'all do? Is sit around all day fucking long watching what somebody else with no fucking content has to say about you? And then go on your community tab and say, well, I wasn't talking about you. And it's a good thing that it's a good thing. Grow the fuck up. If you were on this platform to work out your personal issues with another creator on YouTube, why don't you go to fucking Facebook, where that's what they do? I reckon, because I don't Facebook. I got me a Facebook. It don't take a minute or two on the rare occasion to see what that shit's about. That's why you don't see me on Facebook. Why don't you use your community tab for something productive and constructive? I didn't let that old cigarette burn up. See what happens when I get wound up first thing in the morning and I go live before I've cleaned the fucking litter boxes? Y'all done gone pissed me off. Because you are not children, yet you act like you are. Gossiping. Posting personal stuff about other people that you don't even fucking know. Because you don't like something they said, or you don't like their teeth, or you don't like their hair, or they don't like that you don't like they didn't put their eyebrows on this morning. I don't put my eyebrows on until after I have my coffee. They got a fat ass. How do you know they got a fat ass? You ain't never seen anything but their fucking head. If you've seen that. I've seen some of you call somebody else a fat ass on here that has never been out from behind their avatar. How the fuck do you know they got a fat ass? Is that the best insult you can come up with? If that's the best insult you can come up with, that tells me everything I need to know about your intellectual abilities. I would love to say, if you don't have something important to say, why don't you just stay the fuck off of your channel? But then I'd have to say the same to myself, because I'm sitting here saying nothing of importance. Other than it is the petty people who use this platform for petty purposes that are driving away the people of integrity with something important to say because those of us who actually had something important to say are fucking sick and tired of those of you who don't, ruining it for the rest of us. Now, I'm not fooling myself into thinking you give a fuck. People who give a fuck, you see evidence of change in their behavior, their verbiage, and their attitude. Something Miss Tia is not seeing, neither am I, except in myself. Petty bullshit coming into chat rooms just to stir up shit. Am I telling you guys anything you don't know already? No. Some of you have been on this app a hell of a lot longer than I have. Unfortunately, many of you are not as intuitive as I am. And so you went into the Sebastian Rogers. And you do things just to keep talking about it and getting the super chats, the super stickers, the attaboys, the attagirls, and giving petty people a place to congregate and talk smack about people they do not know in the most very difficult times of their lives. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Are there people in any generations younger than mine, keeping in mind I will be 74 the 30th of this month? Are there any generations younger than mine that are familiar with the word shame? Are there any people left out there that when they were growing up, there was an adult in their life that they respected that would look at them and say, shame on you. You had ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do any of you out there feel shame? It's an uncomfortable feeling. It kind of makes you squirm. As Chico's corrupt chronicles would say, it makes my butt itch. Actually, Chico would say, she would say it makes her ass itch. It's nothing new. It's just a new place to do it. Gossip. Gossip. Well, I'm not always successful, but let me sit here and half-ass break my own arm, patting myself on my own back. I do my best to use my community tab to share things off of YouTube that I think might be beneficial interesting, informative, useful, or entertaining, uplifting, encouraging, because you see, fellow channel holders of YouTube, it's a community tab. You treat it like your personal something or other tab because it's on your channel and you have control of it. Do you know what the word community means? Do you care if you are benefiting your community, i.e., those who watch you, listen to you? Do you care if you are benefiting them, or is your goal with your community tab just to vent your own personal grievances against others on the platform? Well, okay. I believe some of you could do with a little bit of learning about what the word community actually means. So I guess that's about it for this morning's observations. Sitting here having coffee, cigarette on a beautiful autumn morning in Arkansas. So I want to shift gears. My heart is breaking for those devastated by Hurricane Helene. That's what I have mostly been watching the last several days. News coverage, the loss of human life. I'm sorry, I'm trying. The loss of human life, those who are missing, those who have been injured, those who have lost loved ones, pets, livestock, property, those who are struggling right now to find sources for clean water, sufficient food and nutrition for themselves and their children, proper supplies for personal hygiene and the care of their babies, those being evacuated from hospitals, those who have lost everything. Can we not spend our time, rather than calling other people on YouTube a fat ass, could we not spend a little time thinking about, praying for, and if we are able to, taking action on behalf of those people? I can't do anything for them but pray and make a small contribution to Red Cross. I mean, the devastation in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. Can we not take some time from our petty bullshit on YouTube to at least do a short piece for them? Say something to them, for them? Be ashamed of yourselves. Feel shame for your petty bullshit on your fucking community tabs and your channels, while there are thousands of people right here, nearby, many of you, who have lost every fucking thing in their lives, including their lives, while you sit in mamby-pamby crap about allegedly with Britney. Tragedy pimps exposed. Jody C. Brown, deep on the streets. Petty bullshit. And you make me ashamed of yous. God almighty. And stop making autism the number one feature of Sebastian Rogers. Let's go in the house, shit fire, and save the matches. I'm not saying that Sebastian's autism is not an important element to know. It is important to know, especially his personal space issues in that regard. How long have we been on here? 45 minutes. Hi, Cotton Candy 65, honey. I'm just now seeing you. I meant it to be a halfway pleasant live stream, but hi, Susan. Susan, honey, have you been personally affected or your son by Hurricane Helene? There may be some of you in chat who have been, and if you have been, come back. You're okay, honey? Well, don't dox yourself or anything. Hide down under with love. Oh, Susan, okay. You're okay. Baby, I don't want to be nosy, Susan Bezio. You know I don't like to pry. I mean, I want the people who come into my chat room to know that I care about you. But it's difficult on a live stream on this side of the screen to know where's the line, how you've been helping finding missing. When evil entered, honey, your chat faded. In St. Pete, you've been helping finding the missing animals in St. Petersburg. Hi, Pink. You had no power for several days, but you're truly blessed and you're praying for everyone. Thank you, Pink. Well, when evil entered, honey, you know I'm an animal. My husband and I are animal rescuers here in our community. I mean, we don't go out searching for them, but if they come to us or we come upon them, we rescue. Hi, Curiosity. Curiosity, I'm sorry. Cotton Candy 65, me too, honey. I feel so helpless. Hi, Curiosity. When evil entered, thank you. Susan, your power is back on and you're trying to help others as much as you can. Yes, when evil entered, people are suffering. Hi, Tina. Oh, Tina, thank you for being here, darling. It's a very warm, compassionate, empathetic, as well as sympathetic chat here. Tina, I don't know if you've been watching me for very long. I can get pretty wound up. And the F-bomb will fly. So if you have little ones around, honey, you need to use caution if you're listening to me. I can go over the top quite often because I'm very passionate and I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. It's a chat room where everybody, almost everybody, is welcome. There's a small handful, mostly of trolls and asshole creators that are not welcomed here. But for the most part, if you have a clean mind and a pure heart, you could not possibly be more welcomed here. You like my personality? Well, there's a few here and there that do. My grandkids like my personality. Hi, Leslie. Oh, you've missed me. Oh, you kids make an old woman feel so good. Oh, well, Leslie, I know you know that I see your comments, honey, because I give you a heart and a thumbs up. But Poppy Red Mustang, which one? Babies, let me mute. I need to cough. I've got my morning smoker's cough. Hang on a second. But I think that's all the griping and being an old granny ma I had this morning for y'all. I'm going to have to clip my nails. They're getting too long. And looky here, yesterday, I popped one of them off. Them kitty cats was acting up, starting a fuss in the living room, and I grabbed me a newspaper, folded it over, and was going to shake that newspaper at them. And the way I took it and shook it, I popped that fingernail off the edge of my coffee table. And they're getting kind of tacky anyway, so I'm going to cut them all back to match that one and start again. Oh, I'm kind of snot-nosed this morning, y'all. Of course, going to bawling doesn't help any. I've noticed some of you have been watching. There's some woman, I don't know who it is, but some woman has hacked into my YouTube channel. And she's been making these videos where all you see is her foot. Well, you see her, like her knee sometimes, and her shin. And if she turns her leg just the right way, you see her calf. This woman, she said her name is Aunt Virgie. Now, I knew a Virgie when I was little. They lived across the road, and Virgie was the mama of my best friend, Carol, when we were little bitty. But I don't think Miss Virgie is still living. But some old woman going by Aunt Virgie has hacked into my channel. Y'all, she's been uploading videos on here. I have called YouTube. I've emailed YouTube. Anybody that's new, what this means is if you cross your fingers when you're telling a fib, then it doesn't count that you're lying. There's some old woman named Aunt Virgie that's took over my channel. Well, she hadn't took it over because I'm here. But she's been making these little videos coming on and talking about how she's sitting on her front porch waiting on her nephew to come and pick her up and take her somewhere. Now, I don't know who she is, but I do have the CIA, the Secret Service, U.S. Marshals, the FBI. I've got the Arkansas Investigation Bureau. I've got the Arkansas State Police. I've got the Cleburne County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department. I've got the Heber Springs, Arkansas Police Department. And I've got the dog catcher. Everybody running up and down the streets of YouTube trying to find out who is this Aunt Virgie that has hacked in to Lip Lock No More's channel and keeps posting on here about her nephew while she's sitting on her front porch. So far, there ain't a single one of them official law enforcement agencies. Well, YouTube ain't a law enforcement agency. Well, they kind of are. There ain't a single one of them. I'm going to Interpol. It's got to be some old lady from across the pond. It's got to be. It's probably Yorkshire Rose, y'all. We hadn't seen Yorkshire Rose over here for a little bit. I'm willing to bet that it's Yorkshire Rose over yonder in England, trying to make me look bad. She's hacked into my channel and she's pretending to be some old lady named Aunt Virgie. Well, I'll be paying very close attention along with Interpol, the CIA, and all of the other aforementioned authorities. Find out who that old biddy is and what the heck she thinks she's doing up on my channel. She needs to go start her own. But I must say, I can hardly wait to see what shoes she's going to be wearing the next time she comes on. That woman's got her some shoes now. Whew. She got some John Deere boots just like mine. That really made me mad. So, stir the Kool-Aid. Hi, Kiki Eyes. Hi, Gymnastics 101. I'm that bee, Mama Bear. Yes, Mama Bear. This old biddy has boots just like my John Deere boots. And purple socks just like my purple socks. So, yeah, Cotton Candy 65, I'm being stalked. Hi, right, Julie. I'm about to end it, baby. We've been on here almost an hour. Oh, y'all ain't even seen my cute outfit. Look here. I got my favorite old hoodie out. Oh, look here. Now there's what you call style. How's that for fashionista? Stepping right off of the pages of Come On, Vogue. Let your body go with the music. Come on, Vogue. Styling. I know. Hi, Roberta's World. It's good to see you. Hi, Sally Carson. Hey, can I give away more memberships before we say goodbye? Let's see if it rolls over on the new month. Hang on. I don't know if I even have my computer turned on yet, though. Hello, kitties. Okay, the day bed's not made, so just shut up about it. I don't want to hear it. My computer is the slowest computer in the West. It's going to take forever. I did have it turned on, but I didn't have YouTube pulled up yet, so it'll take forever for it to load. Anyway, we'll find out if it's like a calendar month for me to be able to give gift memberships, or if it's like, we're going to find out. I'm on my knees because there's a cat in my office chair. Okay, let's see here. View your channel. Heck if I know. Chat. There's 64 of you watching me right now. Ooh, 64? No, Kitty, don't. Kitty, Mommy don't want you in the way. Go over there. Jeez. Not the cat, the channel. There's a commercial running. They're running a commercial for Noland Heat and Air. Reliable service. Guys, guess what? Must be a calendar month. Let's gift 5 now. Do it. Do it. Cotton Candy 65 was gifted a membership. Culinary Cookie, Luminous, hi Angie's Life, Ange Carter, Esther. Okay, I can do 5 more. I can only do, you guys know this already. You guys know. And by the way, as a reminder, I'm not choosing who gets them. It's like a roulette wheel. All I get to do is push the button that makes the wheel spin. Then YouTube is the one picking who gets the memberships. And they will last for 1 month. Oh, let me give myself a like. They will last for 1 month. And just in case you're not familiar and you just got a free membership, and I'm going to do the other 5 here in just a second, okay? But you don't have to do anything. You don't have to cancel it. It'll automatically cancel after, like on the 1st of November. It's not going to cost you anything, okay? It's something that YouTube is doing for the folks like me to help build our channels. It's a marketing ploy. Now, you need to be aware of that. For reals. It's not the overabundant generosity of the corporate monster that is behind YouTube. YouTube's hope is that at the end of the month, you will buy a membership. Well, I would like that too, because guess what? I get to keep a good portion of that money. But it isn't expected nor required. We ran this channel for 3 years without being monetized. So, all right, let's do the other 5. Gift 5 now. I'm too honest for this. Not a drama, Nana. Thank you for your $20 super chat. Chopper, Kelly Owen, Sandy Gant, and Care 22956. Good morning, who knows? Oh, let's see. Can I like Nana Draw? Let me see if I can like this. I can. And I just liked Nana. I love the new thing with YouTube when somebody does the super chat or super sticker thing and you can like it or reply to it. So welcome to the new members. And we're glad you're here. Okay. Oh, I'm on Talk Chat here. So I'm sure I'm starting to get kind of boring. Probably kind of started off kind of boring. Old people can get that way, you know. Sometimes if we're not really mindful when we get old or wizened, we think we know so much and we think our advice is so valuable and all of that. And sometimes when you get old like me, you kind of tend to forget that you need to let people live their own lives, you know? Quit being so overprotective. Nah, I'm not going to do that. So, okay, so we got that. And I think I have enough battery power because I think I started out with like 96%. And we have finished our book. Let's see, let me find a spot here so I can set you down and not make you sick to your stomach swirling you around. Beg your pardon. We have finished our politically correct bedtime stories. And I had said to you kids, oh my, I look a fright. I don't know what we're going to do now. It's the most entertaining book I have. I have a lot of books, but folks seem to be enjoying, or at least a number of you seem to be enjoying some sort of a little dramatic reading at the end of the live stream. So I went through my books. And I came upon I beg your pardon. Getting the Most Out of Life, an anthology from the Reader's Digest. A lot of you probably don't even know what Reader's Digest was, or maybe still is. It was a magazine, or is. Maybe it's still there. I'm trying, this is not a very good angle. I'm sorry. It just is what it is, darlings. And I thought, well, it's old-fashioned because you see the book itself was copywritten in 1946. Four years before I was born. And I thought, you know, these kids nowadays, these youngins, these little whippersnappers that are 65 and think they're grown up. The values and the different points made in these different stories will seem, I don't know, maybe even quaint to some. But you also know, if you've been watching me for any time at all, that one of my main goals here on this platform is to give viewers a place to go where people aren't being ripped to shreds and where some things of value are occasionally addressed. So, at the risk of boring you to tears, from Getting the Most Out of Life, an anthology from the Reader's Digest, copyright 1946 by the Reader's Digest Association. Building a Personality. condensed from Physical Culture, written by Harry Emerson Fosdick, pastor of the Riverside Church in New York. Y'all, I'm sorry I keep doing this. I have a hair or something that's in here and it's bothering me. A consulting psychologist told me recently that most cases of emotional maladjustment are due to the fact that people will not accept themselves. They resent their limitations. They want to be someone else. They keep daydreaming about what they would do if they had another chance. And so, disregarding their own possibilities, they never make anything worthwhile out of themselves. Well, anybody can find sufficient cause to dislike his own lot. William Wilberforce, diminutive edition of a man, did not like himself. Boswell went to hear him speak once and said afterward, "I saw what seemed a mere shrimp mounted upon a table, but as I listened, he grew and grew until the shrimp became a whale." That shrimp of a man never had good health. For 20 years, on doctor's orders, he took opium to keep body and soul together and had courage never to increase the dose. But more than any other Englishman, he stopped the British slave trade. And as one stands in Westminster Abbey beside the grave of the Attorney General of the unprotected and the friendless, one sees that that sensitive, suffering life translated itself into a persistent, unconquerable sympathy for downtrodden people that a lusty hulk of a man in perfect health probably never would have felt. The most stimulating successes in history have come from persons who, facing some kind of limitations and handicaps, took them as part of life's game and played splendidly in spite of them. Once, when old Bull, the great violinist, was giving a concert in Paris, his A string snapped and he transposed the composition and finished it on 3 strings. That is life. To have your A string snap and finish the concert on 3 strings. As soon as a man begins to accept his positive technique for handling his handicaps, they present themselves to him as opportunities, always challenging, sometimes fascinating. Rebellion against your handicaps gets you nowhere. Self-pity gets you nowhere. One must have the adventurous daring to accept one's self as a bundle of possibilities and undertake the most interesting game in the world, making the most of one's best. From Building a Personality, Getting the Most Out of Life, published 1946. I just felt like somebody needed to hear that this morning. Please keeping in mind that I realized that there is verbiage used within the story that nowadays we don't use. Not so much. But I think my audience is intuitive enough and understanding enough to know or to realize and accept that I'm not going to change the verbiage of the original writing just to make it politically correct and make it comfortable. Embrace your limitations. And although challenging, they are fascinating. Rise above. Even if you have to grab a flotation device to do it. Now I got to sing you out because that's the tradition over here. And I want to thank all of you for being here. Those that are brand new and those that have been coming for 3 years now. Thank you. Okay. Now, those that have been around for a while know that the song that I do is it's what pops into my head. So I just go with it. Sometimes it has to do with what we've been talking about. Sometimes, like today, it doesn't. And I may not be able to remember all the words, but here we go. Relax. Remain calm. Do not attempt to adjust your mind. Do not attempt to act in a rational manner. You can't. Because this is a chemical thing. Addiction is not just a word. It's a state of mind. We all have the desire to get up, chill out, go away, unwind. So tell me, how's it gonna be tonight? Tell me, will you make it through? Do you really know what you're addicted to? It's a chemical thing, chemical thing. Chemical thing, chemical thing. Chemical thing. A substance, the love of the dice. There's no difference. There's a place inside where lines are blurred between the desire and the vice. So tell me how it's gonna be tonight. Tell me, will you make it through? Do you really know what you're addicted to? It's a chemical thing, chemical thing. Chemical thing, chemical thing. Chemical thing. This is not a test. This is not a game. This is just a story that bears your name. You know who you are and what you do. I just want to know what you're addicted to. I also want to know if you want to stop. Because if you do, boys and girls, you'll have to cop to the truth. It's written on your face when it gets a little rough. I know you want to race smack straight into the arms of a chemical reaction. Dance in the dark with your fatal attraction till the lights come on and the emptiness begins. And you really start to wish that you'd never given in, because it's a chemical thing. I love you all so much. Please continue putting into practice being kind one to another. You can make a difference in this world by one small act of kindness to another human being. It will have a ripple effect, like the beating of a butterfly's wings. It'll come back to you tenfold when you expect it the very least. But the good Lord above knows that you need it the very most. Always pay it forward. It has a boomerang effect. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I've got litter boxes to clean. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not a test. This is not a game. This is just a story that bears your name. You know who you are and what you do. I just want to know what you're addicted to. I also want to know if you want to stop. Because if you do, boys and girls, you all have to cop to the truth. It's written on your face when it gets a little rough. I know you want to race smack straight into the arms of a chemical reaction that's in the dark with your fatal attraction till the lights come on and the emptiness begins. And you really start to wishing that you'd never given in. Build a personality and do better. Bye-bye. See you on the flip-flop.